It's a lovely sunny day. Hello, I'm standing on a bridge over the London Overground. South Acton station is just down there by a few seconds, and that's where I'm starting my day on a walk to discover an old railway that went from here at South Acton through to Hammersmith, also Chiswick, Hammersmith and Chiswick branch line.
So the line to Hammersmith and Chiswick was opened as part of the North and South West Junction Railway in 1858. The 1.5 mile branch came from South Acton and curved around and had just one station at its terminus, Hammersmith, which was later renamed to Hammersmith and Chiswick. But the Underground had its district line opening up to the same area in 1877, but it wasn't until 1912 that Stamford Brook Station opened up, and when it did, passenger usage on the branch from South Acton declined. New intermediate halts were opened up on the branch in an attempt to revive the line, but the First World War killed off the revival, with all passenger trains stopping in 1917, and they never resumed. The line stayed open for freight for a few more decades before closing completely in 1965.
So just north of South Acton station there's a bridge over Acton Lane, and this is where the branch started to diverge, because if you stand underneath and look, you can see how the span is actually wide enough to support 3 tracks and not just 2. Head out east out through Southfield Recreation Ground, and the line of houses on Hatfield Road follows the curve of the old line perfectly. Hatfield Road then leads to Rugby Road, and hence our first stop. And this is the location of Rugby Road Halt. The railway would have come from my right, from South Acton down there, through what's now this scout hut, and then down here, and if you peer through the fence into this car park, that's the alignment of the railway. Also here at this location was the old Acton sewage works, which nowadays are the Acton storm tanks. That's the westernmost point of the Tideway tunnel scheme. Now this line can best be seen on Google Maps 3D view here, where it's plainly visible. Down on the ground, it's very backstreety in Urbansville, but a small piece of green emerges at the next stop, Woodstock Road Halt. This area is now Emlyn Gardens, a small patch of green with a play area, some tennis courts, right next to which there are some allotments. And the allotments follow the railway alignment perfectly and come out at this access road, which is then Bath Road. And at this point on the main road there was once a level crossing, and this new build house is where the old station house used to be. You get to the Underground next, elevated as it is here as you walk under it, and you find the culprit that killed off the branch line, Stamford Brook Tube Station. From there, that leads down to the terminus, and where Hammersmith and Chiswick Station once was, you'd never know that there was once a station here. And also a large goods yard, which I now find myself standing in. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jeff, it's just like a car park with some garages. It is, but trust me when I tell you that this is the site of where the terminus used to be. And that brings us to the end. That building there is the site of the old Hammersmith and Chiswick station, which was in between and served really neither Hammersmith nor Chiswick. So when the tube came along, it dominated and it fell out of use. I appreciate that this was a short, sweet, sharp video with no kind of tracks to see or weeds growing up, but it's important that we ticked it off in the series of London's Lost Railways. Press subscribe, check out the playlist for all the other episodes in the series. Thanks for watching.